Well, here I am again. Still making a butt plate for this 1878 Martini-Henry rifle. And of course, you know, when you make a butt plate, it can't be totally flat. It has to be rounded on the sides and all that sort of stuff. So anyhow, that's what I'm doing. And see how close I'm getting here. Yeah, not too bad. Not too far off now. And yes, I have took the stock, got it off of the rifle, which is no easy task, but it was made a lot easier. Well, let me go over here. I'll turn around here. It was made a lot easier by Ron today. He was out with Anaya, and I told him they were over at Walmart. I said, well, go look for a screwdriver that's a wider one than the one I have, and a long screwdriver, so I can get into that butt plate to get that screw out. Well, I had this, but it's so small, it doesn't grip very well at all. Well, this was not found at Walmart. He ended up turning around going to the hardware store because Walmart didn't have, they just had little small ones. They had little small guys, no bigger, no longer than that. So, so he paid $14 for this, and notice it has the square shaft on it, so you could use a wrench on it. And with this, I'm actually able to take that off, and was able to take it off with no problem. And then I can go ahead and I'm going to clean up the bolt I took out. The head on top, it had a little bit of a nick, but it's still pretty deep anyhow, so it came up pretty easy. And well, anyhow, let's take a look over here. Back over here again. Okay. Let's go back there a little bit. There we go. And a little wider. Yeah, that's good. So, yeah. This stock went in here. It's got this nice little hole in the end where the bolt goes in. And there's the stock with the nice big hole in it. And it goes all the way to the other side. Normally this hole here that's the one where they would have put the armor's report would have been rolled up and stuck in there. And of course, these are so old they didn't have it, but sometimes you find them with there. And yeah, it just goes right back in like that, and you just put the bolt in the end, and that's pretty much it. It goes all the way straight in there, and once you get it in there, you can just line it up and screw it in. Well, it's all very well and good, but I needed the stock so I could get the butt plate pretty much shaped the way I wanted it. And it's got a big head on it. It's not a small screw, and I'm probably going to go use a file on that to clean that up and make sure it stays deep enough. Oops, I'm out of frame there. So you can see it's pretty thick. Here's my finger next to it. Go across it. So it's about an inch across. And so I'm going to work on that too and clean this up, because after all, this is the original bolt that was in there, so it's been there since 1878. So, and there's no evidence this thing was ever touched since then. This was one of the rifles was totally untouched out of IMA. So part of that cache, the Nepalese cache they called it, from all the rifles being buried on top of each other for 100 years. This is the one that was packed in yak grease I cleaned up. But now we're just going a little bit farther and seeing if we can get this to, well, we might be able to fire this one, I don't know. It does have pits though, it does have pits on the outside of the barrel. You can see them. I probably need a stronger light so you can see it, but this way. Here. I'll get my camera close and then we can take a closer look at that barrel down there and we'll get them closer. They're small pits, they're not big pits, but that's underneath the, probably goes even underneath this also. Because I took this apart before, remember? I've had this whole thing apart and out of the stock and all, and the pits are like that all the way across under the bottom. They're all the same. There's nothing real big, so even a barrel that has pits on it can be fired. This one may be a candidate for putting a string on it before I fire it though, so we'll have to see on that one. But yeah, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to get this stuff lined up, so we'll back up again. Yeah, and basically it's kind of like body work trying to get this this butt plate on there, because you got to get the angles right all the time. You can do it this way. Oh, I don't want to. I have to use a ball peen hammer. Or even that side. That side, I normally use this side for getting that bottom shape rounded. You don't want to do it too much because you'll end up stretching it. And you don't want to stretch the metal too much. It would be worse if I had heat on it, then it would stretch out even more. I was going to open this door because it's pretty hot in here, but so that's what it looks like on that side. Then you turn it over and this is what you get on the other side, and I'll get it smoothed out with a file and everything else, but it'll be I'm sure it'll work out okay. And anyway, that's where we're going to be with that. So as you can see, it pretty much looks like a buttstock, a plate I should say for the stock. So I'm just going to probably file down the edges a little bit on here and call her good. Then I'll go ahead and I'll get out the bluing, and well, in this case probably browning. I'll probably brown this. So anyway, that's where we are, and that's pretty much gonna be it for now, I think. At least in this part of the project. I still have the other project, the signal generator I'm going to be working on. So this will be it for now. Talk to you guys later.